because I don't. Okay, is there sound now? Okay, do I have sound now? Y'all, I forgot to put my mic on. Yeah, I got it. Can you not hear me now? You can now. Okay. All right. Good deal. Forgot to put my mic on. Okay. All right. I need to find. I need to. Thought I had time to do this, but I didn't. Not Maria's fault. It's mine because I was not paying attention, close enough attention to the time, and it just snuck up on me. If I need to, I'll go with clear. But I have purple somewhere. Well, I'm just going to go with clear. Y'all, I am so sorry. I was all set, and now I'm all discombobulated. This is not a good thing. What mic do I use? It doesn't say. Look, the case looks like that. I can probably get you a link to it. It was a gift to me from Rebecca. Well, I had it in my hand. Oh, it's right there. It's still in my hand. Okay. 2. Okay. All right. I'll leave those out. Okay, I'm ready now. Almost. I'm almost ready now. Y'all only have 45 minutes, but I have done everything that takes a lot of time. Okay, so what I'm doing is, and this is not an original idea to me. My friend Rebecca from Crafter's Fortune makes these all the time, and it's a cross made on a Dollar Tree cross. And right now it's got the silver bling wrap around the side. It's been painted. Hey, Sheila. Hey, Connie. Thanks for roaming the gnomes, Connie. And it already has the handle on it. These are the things that take the most time. And I have diamond dusted it. So, did they find this prayers for? I don't know, Kathy. I don't know if they found them or not, but we sure are praying hard. Okay. All right. This is what we're going to do. I've already got planned out where I want things, because what's going to take the longest amount of time is getting these little beads on here, the rhinestones on here. And it may be that what takes more time than any is getting the plastic off of this, because Totally Dazzle does like to wrap things up. They haven't found them yet. Thank you, Carolyn. Hey, Sassy Fresh Creations. I love that name. Okay, well, I have 100 eyes. Makes me nervous. I think I'll use amethyst. Hey, Ampy. Y'all, I know I'm missing people coming in, and I'm sorry I'm going to miss more, because now I've gotten hyper. Okay, so I'm just going to put a generous amount of beads out here. Hey, Susie. Hey, Ampy. And I'm probably just going to be putting rhinestones on this cross until my time's up. So, I'll tell you what, purple and amethyst look an awful lot alike. And I think just in case, I'll take a deep breath. Breathing's not something I do when I get flustered. So thank you for that reminder. I appreciate it. The news just said they're still searching. Yeah. They heard some noise from somewhere, but they hadn't been able to locate it yet. Still shimmer. Okay. These are the only the bigger ones that I have. So I'm going to use some of the Crystal AB. That picks up colors around it. Okay, I think I'm ready now. So let me get rid of this because it's ugly and I don't want it up here. Okay, so what I've done is I've picked out what I want to use. And thank you, Cheryl. Hey, Ramon. Oh, you're talking to Rebecca. Y'all, if you're new to my page, I wish you would consider tapping on the three dots and that kind of stuff. I also hope that, okay, I'm going to tell you some background on me and Alzheimer's. Is my mother had Alzheimer's. She did not, she died in 2002. Um, and her official diagnosis was dementia because at that time they were not diagnosing Alzheimer's until after death, when they could discover, when they could study the brain. Um, what my mother did is when she first started her decline, uh, she knew something was wrong because my mother was a brilliant person and she knew something was wrong when she started calling the telephone her elbow and things like that. So, who said that? Thank you, Sheila. Um, so she donated her body to the University of Alabama research and specifically for dementia studies. And, she paid for that. It was $75 and they picked her up from the nursing home where she was, a facility where she was when she died, and they did all kinds of research on her body, and she lives on through that. Okay, just got emotional. Sorry. Uh, and then several years later, they returned her ashes to us. They had her cremated, and they returned her ashes to us, so we could bury her, and we did. Um, and I don't know what they learned from her. They don't tell us that, but they did say that it had been very helpful. So because of it was a selfless gift, and she made the decision and she told me and my brothers about it as if we would object to that, but she taught us not to object to things like that. She Alzheimer's, I'm calling it that now because it did get diagnosed after her death, and it can rob you of your mind and your memory, but it doesn't necessarily rob you of your emotions, or it changes your emotions. And the hardest thing for me is when mother was to the point where she was not making good decisions anymore, and when she was driving, she would make really bad decisions, and she was a danger to herself and to others. Um, at that point, I took her car away from her. And to the day she died, for probably 8 years, she didn't know who I was, but she knew she was mad at me. She didn't know why, because she didn't know who I was. But and she'd get over it because she liked company. And, I would come to visit her. But um, it really got kind of comical. And there were times when the last meaningful conversation I had with her was meaningful to me anyway, because, she still didn't know who I was, but we were sitting on her bed and she asked me my name and I told her, and I was named for her. So she said, "Oh, really? That's my name too." And I said, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, I know." And she asked me where I lived, and I told her that I lived in Anniston, and she said, "Oh my goodness, I'm from Anniston." And I said, "Hey, Barbara," and I said, "Yeah, I know." And and she said, "Well, what do you do? You know, what do you do for work?" And I told her that I was a social worker, and she went, "Oh my goodness, I was a social worker too. We have a lot in common." I thought, "Yeah, we do." You know, it's really kind of a bittersweet, fun conversation. And then she looked at my hands, and she compared my hands with her hands, and she said, "We have the same hands." And she said, "You must be somebody related to me." And I said, "Yeah, yeah, I'm your daughter." Whew. Okay, enough of that. There were also some funny things that she did. She she first went to the nursing home is a rehab thing, so they had her in a rehab bed, and they knew she had some form of dementia. They didn't know exactly what it was, but they knew she had some form of it, and so they were very gracious with her, actually, very patient. But um, when her rehab days were over and the decision was made that she could not leave, that she had to stay there, um, they moved her to a different room, which is very hard for elderly people with dementia because they get used to something, and it's hard to change them. And I went to see her one time, not too long after they'd moved her, and she wasn't in her room, and nobody knew where she was. You know, I checked with the nurses and the aides and everybody that might have had some kind of interaction with her, and nobody knew exactly where she was. So we were looking, and we went back to the rehab uh, room that she'd been in, and some poor man was standing outside the door looking really confused, just really confused. Thank you, Susie. Um, and hey, Beth. And the nurse went up and said, "What's wrong?" And he said, "I don't know." He said, "I was asleep and somebody came in and pulled me out of bed and told me to get out of her room. And I went in and looked, and it was my mother. She'd gone back to what she thought was her room, and she was just irate that there was somebody was sleeping in her bed, and she pulled him out of bed and made him leave. And she was curled up in his bed, sound asleep." So, if you look hard enough, you can find something to laugh about. And she also, now mother to the day she died was mobile, and she did not use a wheelchair and she did not use walkers, but she collected them. She saw one in the hall, she would get it and take it to her room. And every time I went to visit, I had to spend the first 20 or so minutes taking walkers and wheelchairs out of her room because she had the room full of them, and finding out where they went and returning them to their rightful owner. So with that disease, you kind of had to learn how to laugh, at things when you could. And she would laugh. And um, the blessing in the fact that she had dementia or Alzheimer's is that she was living her worst nightmare, which was in a nursing home, but she didn't know it. So, y'all, I'm fine, honest. I mean, she died almost 22 years ago. So, but anyway, Alzheimer's is a cause that is very, very dear to my heart. Alzheimer's research, because if anybody could be spared the agony of going through that disease yourself, or having someone you love go through it. And we lost my mother about, I don't know, 5 or 6 years before she actually died, because I know you can't see this, but this is basically what it's going to look. I've got a flower at the top, a cross in the middle, two things that I think are snowflakes, but I thought they were pretty and they match on the ends, and a key, because the key to all this is not only research, but the key is also prayer, and then a butterfly, which is a sign of rebirth. That's right. You've got to laugh your way through stuff. I mean, you got to, otherwise you don't survive. So, y'all, excuse me. Okay, I'm through with the waterworks now. We're done with that. It is. It's a horrible, horrible, horrible disease. And back in the day when we were going through it, we didn't know exactly what it was. Yeah, strokes do the same thing to people. Oh, somebody said their mother has it now. I am so sorry. It's easy. It is hard. If you're a caretaker, if you are taking care of somebody with Alzheimer's, please, please, please find things that you can do for yourself and take care of yourself because um, it's it's all consuming. I listened to someone, the wreath maker, and I'm sorry I can't remember her name, but I listened to her story about her life with her husband at the moment, who is in one of the stages of Alzheimer's, and the care that she gives him. And I really hope that she is finding a way to take care of herself as well, because caretakers need help, y'all. Caretakers need help too. Thank you for the stars. Who said those? Well, I can't tell. Oh well, I'll find out. So thank you for that. Okay. All right, right now I'm just gluing these down. Well, I'll just wipe my nose. That's not as bad as one time when I picked up fake fur to wipe my nose with. Now, I did not, well, Mother lived in the same town I lived in with for years before we realized that she could not live by herself. Uh, oh, thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. That's so sweet. That's Rebecca's husband, who is wonderful. Okay, I don't want these to come off, so I'm using B7000. And I understand there's an 8,000 out now, so pretty soon we can just pull out all our crafts on with steel, and they'll never come off. I'm just gonna stick some of this in the middle here and build it up some. Ah, I'm trying to get this in the middle on the first try. That never happens. Y'all, everything I make is a little on the wonky side. Thank you, Joris. I'll hold it up in a minute. No, time does not release. And thankfully, I've got the memories because no, I don't want to do that. My mother was a remarkable person. She was the director of public welfare agency in the county where I grew up, and like I say, she died in 2002, and she retired about 10 years before that. And there are people who still remember her and talk about her after all these years, and I find that remarkable. Kristen, I'm not sure I want to know. But I did not realize that you could be tested for it. But I'm pretty sure that it's in my future. That's one reason that I'm doing what I'm doing, y'all, is because this keeps my mind active. Oh, Cheryl, you lost a brother-in-law. I'm so sorry. Um, it keeps my mind active, and that's one of the things you need to do is you need to do things that keep your mind working, because when you quit using your mind, it's like any other muscle; it goes away. It atrophies, and so you need to keep moving on it. And I need to keep track of what time it is. Okay, I've got 30 minutes. Thank you, Lessa. It is remarkable that I remember her. There were about three county welfare directors at the time that were so influential and outspoken and stubborn that when our state office made a decision about a policy change, and those three didn't like it, the state office usually ended up changing. Thank you, Connie. The state office usually ended up changing their policy. Thank you for the stars, Rebecca. Hey, Debbie from Florida. I watched you this morning. That sure was cute. Okay, we're almost through with this part, but I'm not sure I can hold it up because I think everything will probably fall off if I hold it up. Thank you for the stars, Charlotte. Y'all are so sweet. And so many people. I hope you're sharing this out because I'm putting the glue on the wrong side. Put the glue on the wrong side, I think. Maybe I should have gotten across. I could tell which is the right side. Thank you, secondhand treasures. Okay, we'll try this again. Hey, Rosemary. Hey, Regina. Thank you for the stars, my friend. Okay, y'all. Like I said, I'm going to auction off two items. I know that not everybody can afford to buy things at an auction, um, or and some people can't afford to even donate money, and that is perfectly fine. If you can't bid or you can't donate, thank you, Rebecca, for the stars. Can't donate or you can't bid, you can pray. Pray for people doing research. Pray for people who have family members suffering from this. Pray for those family members. Pray for the person, the victims of this, and that's plenty. That's a lot. Maria before me was saying, if you don't have a lot of money, if you want to donate $1, that adds up. Right now, I've got 142 sets of eyes on here. If everybody donated $1, that's $142 they didn't have. So, anything you can do, and the link is in my description. But if somebody wants to post the link, Dina can, at the bottom here, Dina can, what's the word I want? Y'all, I'm losing my words. It's always scary when you lose your words. Dina can pin the link to the bottom and you can just hit it and go. Or there's something on your iPad that looks like chains. Thank you for the stars, Lori. Something that looks like chains on the bottom of your phone. I don't know where it is on the iPad, but if you click on that, the links are pinned in the description. You could do me a favor though, y'all. I have a personal link to this, but I can't find it. So okay, is that Sonia's team link, Annie? Oh, I achieved the star party. I didn't know I was in a star party. Woohoo! Yay, y'all! Thank you. Yay! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Sonia's. Okay, now I've got to find it again. Okay, let me go back up here and find it. It'd cancel. I don't want to cancel it. I don't want to go to it either. Oh, I'm so sorry. Now I can't find it. It took me off of here. Then if it comes up again, can you try to pin it? It took me all the way out to the link worked, so it got me there. Okay, so this is what I have right now. And oops, but I didn't mean to do that. It was inevitable. I'm gonna hold the butterfly, but this is what it looks like so far. And I actually think that's rather pretty. Let me gather all this up. Okay, so now I'm just going to take some of these purple and amethyst beads and I'm going to dump them out too from the looks of things. Part of the reason was I don't want to ban any. Oh, it's already pinned. Okay, never mind. Thank you, Judy. Now after me is Sonia from Sonia's She Shed Sensation. She is the host of this event today. It's her team link that the money will take you to. And if you donate or if you win the bid, when you go to pay, if you would just mention that you heard about it from me, then I'll get some kind of, well, I don't get any money, but I did, say how much I was going to try to raise. And it's the only way they're going to know since I can't find my link. I'm just going to put these I'll hinge it up and use amethyst and purple because they are different. And I'm just kind of putting them down here at random, y'all. I'm not paying a whole lot of attention. Well, I am trying to put them where I put a little dot of glue because otherwise they won't stick. Where's my I've lost my glue. Come on now. Okay, so y'all, this is what I'm going to be doing the rest of the time. I don't know can you see those down there? I'm trying to get up above the comments. Hey, Lois, I'd love to see the other crosses. This is the only cross I'm selling. The other thing that I'm selling is um, this picture. It's got the purple ribbon. It's got lace. It's got a little bird there and some pansies, purple pansies. But the purple made me think of, and it also has a key on it because the key is both research and prayer. Okay, so I think I need to spread these out a little bit further because I'm going to run out of time. These little beads are not cooperating with me, y'all. They're not cooperating with me at all. Well, they probably don't like being called beads. I'm kind of wishing I had smaller ones, but I don't. I really wish I had bigger ones, but I don't in these colors. So, you do what you have to do, right? It's one thing we learn as crafters is use what we've got. Whoever ends up buying this is going to see there really is no rhyme or reason for I'm putting these rhinestones. Let's see, I need a few more down here. Gosh, what in the world? Hey, Deb. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay, so that's what it looks like right now. I have to say, I'm not especially liking it like that. Thank you, Sharon. Appreciate all those hearts going up over there. Thank you so much. Okay. Uh-oh, wait a minute. What time is it? Okay, Dina, we need to auction off. If you want to auction off this, while we're still working on this, you want to auction off this. If anybody wants this, let's start it at $20. And when Dina puts a start in, you can use just numbers, no decimal points, no dollar signs, no nothing like that. That is the hardest part. I didn't get to say goodbye neither. Okay, there's the start. So let's start this at 20. And Dina, if you'd keep up with it, I'd appreciate it. So the last person Dina sees before the stop is who gets it. Okay, so there's a start. So if you can start at $20 for that, thank you, Cheryl. Christy, I'm sorry. Y'all, it's for a very good cause, and I don't get any of the money. I pay the shipping, and that one will be ready to go out as soon as, um, maybe as soon as tomorrow, even. Um, what you need to do, since I can't find my number, is 25 to Maria. Thank you, Maria. Um, if you if you win the bid, if you would do a screenshot of your donation and send it to me, Christy, 28 for Christy. Thank you, Christy. I appreciate it. Okay, so I need to get a move on here. And there's one more thing I've got to do since we're going to be running out of time. I'm not doing angel wings for this. Rebecca puts angel wings on hers, but I'm putting kind of a reverse bow back here, I think. What do y'all think? Looks almost like angel wings. Well, Betty Wood, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay, 30 to Marie. Uh, Thank you. I hope you'll join the family. Okay, so I'm not gonna put it in right now, but it'll be there. Christy says no bow. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll let whoever buys it decide if they want bows or if they want wings. I've got some angel wings too. Um, so where are we? Stop. Okay. Okay, Dina. The last Dina, who's the last one you see? Is it Maria at $30? I think it is. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is this one. Y'all, it's not finished. You're just gonna have to take it. Okay, so I'm gonna start this one at 30 because y'all, this is loaded with Totally Dazzle stuff, and it is for a very good cause. It's not finished. Okay, thank you, Maria. 30. So Maria, if you'd send me a message, and if everybody else would hold their comments, I'd appreciate it. Because Dana put a start in, so we're gonna start this at what I say, 30, 50 to Christy. Thank you, Christy. I will finish it. It'll have more of the rhinestones on it, and I will have the bow that I will either put on it or I won't, depending on what the winner wants. Or if you'd rather have angel wings, I've got those too. Hey, Margaret. Margaret, we're bidding on this right now. The bid is $50 to this, right? Oh, Christy was right before the start, but that's okay. The Thank you, Zelda. The high bid is $50 to Christy Brogan. Brogdon, I'm sorry. $50 to Christy Brogdon. Come on, y'all. It's gonna be beautiful. Y'all, we're bidding on this right now. We're 55 to Carolyn Barnes. Thank you. Y'all, please hold your comments. $55 to Carolyn Barnes right now. For this cross, it will be finished. It's not right now. It'll be finished today. And it will hold together. And it does have a hanger on it, so it will hang. There. It will hang. 55 to Carolyn Barnes is the high bid at the moment. Oh. Come on, y'all, we're going to get a stop in a minute. We're going to have to, because it's almost time for Sonia to come on. $60 to Christy Brogdon. Thank you, Christy. $60 to Christy Brogdon. And stop. Okay, Christy, you got it. Thank you so much. If you would send me a message, there should be a blue message thing at the bottom of the page. You just click on that and send me a message with a copy of the screenshot from where you paid it and your address. Then I will get it out to you when, I'll get it finished and get it out to you. And you can tell me if you want the bow or no bow, or if you'd rather have wings. Okay? Y'all, Sonia, she shed sensations is on there now. Hey, Sharon. Thank you, Elizabeth. Sonia, she said, it's a tongue twister. She shed sensations is waiting for you now. You'll just, if you're on the sensational events page, you can just refresh the page and I will see you in comments over there. Remember, somebody in Alabama loves you, and it's me. Thank you, Ramona. Bye, y'all. Okay.